How's it going, everybody? Then they took away the stone from the place where Lazarus was laid, and Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. Of course, that's Jesus talking to himself, but this is God in the flesh. Long story. Anyway, and I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the people which stand by, I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. And then he thus had spoken. He cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot, with grave clothes. I guess kind of like a mummy. And his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus saith unto them, Loose him and let him go. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees. So again, sheep and goats. Sheep have eyes to see and ears to hear, or their eyes are opened when they get the call, which is the spiritual baptism. It's not a water baptism, folks. Don't let them fool you. Then gathered the chief priest and the Pharisees a council and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. So again, all based on their pride, and because they're not sheep, not called to the truth. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year said unto them, Ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. Oh boy, we'll get the rest of that tomorrow. And the 24 elders which sat before God on their seats, these are the ones in chapter 4 or 5, fell upon their faces and worshiped God, saying, We give thee thanks, O Lord God Almighty, which art and was and art to come. So again, the church has been removed, which were the two witnesses, because we are all kings and priests, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. So again, it's God's wrath. And just like we saw, you have to watch yesterday's study. Hopefully you're watching all of these in order by clicking the Revelation study in the playlist section, not the video section. When you go to any YouTube site, you're going to go to their videos or their homepage. We'll click playlist, then click Revelation 10th study and go. Or John, click the John study. Whichever you're more interested or into, trust your gut. The Lord will always speak to your gut. Just go with it. But it's good if you watch these in order on a playlist. So when the nations were angry, for his wrath has come, and the time of the dead. So again, Revelation is the same story told over and over. It comes in waves. So again, we're getting God's wrath. Again, we just got the removal of the church in yesterday's study. The two witnesses caught up in the clouds, and now we're getting God's wrath. Nations were angry, and his wrath has come at the time of the dead, that they should be judged. Which that's really given to us in detail at Revelation 20, especially the verse 9. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great. And in pink is the bad, the goats. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Again, destroy, not torment. Destroy them. And the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. All right, now we're going to get into chapter 12, which is something totally separate. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. I love you very much. That's Course of Time. That's what I'm here for.